Today we're talking about congruent triangles using the side, side, side postulate. So our essential question today is, how do I use the SSS postulate to prove two triangles are congruent? First, I want to say that postulate is a rule or law, I guess. So proving triangles congruent. To prove that two triangles are congruent, you need to show that the ordered combination of corresponding parts are congruent. So for triangle congruence with side, 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 that's what the SSS stands for, side, side, side. If three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of a second triangle, then we can say that the two triangles are congruent. So if side MN is congruent to QR, if side NP is congruent to RS, and if side PM is congruent to SQ, then I can say that triangle MNP is congruent to triangle QRS. So let's look at these three triangles. Questions. So we want to know if, number one, if those three triangles are congruent by side, side, side. So do I have three matching sides? 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. I can say that these are congruent by side, side, side. But when I look at number 2, there are no sides marked. So I don't know if they're congruent. Two shapes can have the same angles and not have the same size. So I can't determine if those are congruent or not. For the last one, because this is a shared side, and we talked about the reflexive property, then I have three sides. I have 2 1s, 2 2, and the 3 is shared. So I can say that this is a congruent pair of triangles by side, side, side. So I don't have to prove everything because of some of these postulates. Let's go on to number 4. State what additional information is required. So I'm looking for additional information. So I'm given one set of sides. I need all three. So I need to know that FP is congruent to QR. Remember, the direction is important, and so we need to do that. And then I need to know that RP is congruent to PR. This one I can prove with the reflexive property, but the other one I would have to be told before I could find out for sure. So I would need to know that those are congruent, and I would need to know that that one was. For number 5, what do I need to know to prove that those two triangles are congruent? I have these two sides, two pairs of sides, so the only one that I'm missing are these ones on the end. So I need to know that CA is congruent to DF. That's the piece that's missing for me to know that. When we look at number 6, even though we know, using the reflexive property, that that would be congruent, I still need to be told that. So I need to know that EF is congruent to FE. Then I also need to know that the third pair of legs. So I need to know that ZE is congruent to DF. Again, I need to know that the common side is congruent, so I need to know that AC is congruent to CA, and then I'm going to need to know that BC is congruent to FC before I can state that those are side, side, side. Pay careful attention to the order in which we write these so that you can be able to identify the corresponding parts and then declare that the triangles are congruent using side, side, side.